Welcome. In this lesson, we're going to be setting up our HTML and CSS in preparation of building out a calculator using JavaScript. Now, of course, we're going to keep all of the HTML and CSS to an absolute minimum. So setting up a basic container for our calculator to be able to place that in there. And then also a little bit of styling to update the look and feel of the calculator itself. So we are going to be generating most of this dynamically using JavaScript. So you're not going to see a whole lot output right in the beginning. So let's set up a width, and we're going to have predefined widths for this. So 350 pixels, and we'll also make the height 350 pixels. And then a background color, and let's do the background color. We'll do it a dim gray color. And then add in a little bit of padding, so 5 pixels of padding. So when we refresh, there's our basic calculator structure, and I can make this a little bit smaller as well because we can have a little bit more space here on the left-hand side as we're building the application out, so it's more visible. The other thing that we need is we need an output area. So this is going to be the screen area of the calculator. And we can set a line height for this one. So how about we do 40 pixels and a background color for this. And we can set a background color of white. And the text color can be black or green, whatever you prefer. Height of it is going to be 40 pixels. So it's the same as the line height. And we can also set a margin at the bottom so that the buttons, there's some spacing between the screen and the buttons. Setting up a font size. How about we do 1.4 EM for the font size. We text align. So within a calculator, typically the text is aligned to the right-hand side. So text aligned to the right. And selecting a font family. And how about we do monospace. So we have more of a digital type of text output. And padding, and we can do 8 pixels for the left and the right. So we're obviously not going to see the output quite yet, and this is one of the things that we're going to be using in our JavaScript up and coming. We also need to have buttons. So these are going to be the buttons that are going to be used on the calculator. So let's do some quick styling on these. And of course, if you want to see the way these are going to look, you can always add the elements in on the page, and then we can remove them afterwards once we create the JavaScript. Or you can just trust me and that this is fairly decent format for the buttons. And of course, you can adjust them as needed as well. We'll set a background color. And so this is the button color. So we can do kind of an off-white there, azure. Text align can be center. We want to set the cursor. So whenever we're on top of it, we get the pointer icon. And vertical align, we're going to middle align that vertical align. And that means that we need to set align height so that our button has its text exactly centered. So essentially, there's all of the HTML and CSS that we're going to need. And the rest of the course, of course, is JavaScript, where we're going to build this calculator out. And we're going to apply these classes to the elements that we're going to be creating using JavaScript. And that's coming up next. So go ahead and set up a basic container to add your calculator in, and you can create some of the styling, and you can also do that at a later point as well.